We're going to just take this midstream, guys, okay?
Do it.
We're going to go live here. I'm going to do a quick intro. I'll bring you on, okay?
Score 0-1-2. We're at 1-0-1.
And welcome back to the 2019 Beer City Open. We have an amazing women's doubles match going on right now that we're going to be taking you hot into the action. We also have some guest commentators that I'm hoping we can kind of go around and have them introduce yourself, starting to my right here.
Oh, it is Lauren McLaughlin here, live with Lauren. Happy to be here.
And Dave the Badger Weinbach coming at you live here from beautiful Belknap Park.
And this is Webby, not Eddie, at the 2019 Beer City Open.
That's right. We're coming hot right in the middle of action here, guys, and we are going to get you a score update very shortly and keep on top of this throughout the rest of the match.
And we are at the bronze medal right here for women's doubles. We have Andrea Koop playing with Irina Tereschenko. They are playing Lee Waters and Anna Lee Waters.
And the score is currently 0-2-1.
Andrea, a local player here from the Grand Rapids area, one of our co-tournament directors.
Doing a fantastic
We're
job.
now at 1-2-1.
Yeah, Andrea, along with Paul Richards and Jeff Howlett and their committee, have just done a terrific job with this tournament. And all the pros really enjoying a great week here. We've had terrific weather all week long. The rain has stayed away, and everyone enjoying the great pickleball action here.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic
This is awesome
stuff. Really, the highest level of pickleball you can see, really, all in one place. All the top-level pros are here, all the big names.
And the score is now 3-2-1.
Of course, Lee and Anna Lee Waters, the mother-daughter combo from Delray Beach area in Florida, have really exploded on the scene here.
Absolutely, just in the last year, really,
the last
right?
year or so. You know, when they came out, Lauren, they were kind of bangers, and to their credit, they have worked extremely hard, I would say, in the last 4 to 5 months, and they both have become terrific all-around players, and they have the entire game now.
Absolutely.
And it's to the point now where they are always now in the top 3, you know, coming into tournaments. And Anna Lee is 12 years old, and
I know.
Don't let that number fool you guys. She is wiry, strong.
Oh, yeah.
She generates
She could take
amazing
me.
amount
Absolutely,
of power.
like in a street fight, 100%. She's a beast out there.
She could take any of us in a street fight.
I know, right?
Ooh, that just sails wide.
Yeah, you meet her on the court. She's this nice little 12-year-old girl, but on the court, she is a beast.
Absolutely. Lee Waters serving here.
5-2-2.
And that's what Lee is choosing to do more now. She likes to drive that third shot, and then she likes to drop the fifth. And that's the shot that enables her and her partner to be able to move forward and get to that kitchen line where you're in a position to play winning pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
Great get by Irina.
Wow.
Nice job there.
Anna Lee just hung that dink up way too high to Irina's forehand, and that's a recipe for disaster. You know, Lauren, when you get those dinks, even just a ball or two too high against such talented players,
Oh, absolutely.
like we have in this field, you're going to pay a steep price.
Yep,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're waiting for any ball that's attackable to go after.
And, of course, that's how we evaluate if a dink is a successful dink or not, is if the ball is unattackable.
Exactly.
Oh, Lee lost her patience there. I thought that wasn't the right one to attack. That ball was down by her right ankle. And I had the great pleasure of playing with Lee Waters in this year's U.S. Open. She and I won the...
Just took a little hardware, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, she and I won the 35+, and really it was her winning the 35+, because she was doing all the work. I was just out there watching her.
Isn't that most of your partners, Dave? Isn't that usually what happens?
Right.
Hopefully.
Sit up a lawn chair there. Just watch the action.
5-6-1.
She really carried the Badger. All right, back to this great live action.
Nice.
You know, speaking of improved players, Andrea Koop came out, erupted on the pickleball scene about a year ago, and has worked extremely hard. Andrea played her college tennis at UCLA, and really enjoyed her time. She told me on the West Coast, and obviously a tremendous tennis player. And she has taken those terrific racket skills, and now she's 100% focused on pickleball. And I really enjoyed playing mixed doubles with her the other day. She's got a great attitude.
Yeah.
She is a really accomplished athlete in her career, and she's taken all of those competitive juices and funneled it all towards pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And not to leave Irina out, she, of course, the seasoned professional, I guess, on the court today, been around a little bit longer, definitely made a name for herself quite a few times.
From Russia, originally.
The good part of Russia, though, Dave. Just the good part.
The very good part. Now living in Tucson, Arizona with her partner.
Absolutely.
Who is the head women's tennis coach, by the way, at the University of Arizona.
Fantastic.
And they're enjoying their time down there, she has shared with me. Oh, what a get! Look at the defense.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my... What?
Wow.
Man.
That is some pickleball right there, people.
You know, we talk a lot about players' incredible offensive skills, but what gets unnoticed oftentimes, and I talk about this a lot on these live streams, is the incredible defense that these players are able to play and the amount of balls they're able to get back. You know, when you're playing against people like that, you feel like you have to win the point 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
And that really puts a lot of pressure on your opponent.
And the thing, too, is watching this on video doesn't even come close to really what we're dealing with in person in terms of how hard that ball is being hit, what it takes to actually put a paddle on those to get it back and keep it in control, which these ladies are just doing in spades today.
And that Anna Lee forehand just sails long. By the way, there was a little bit of a breeze. I'm hearing from the truck that it is a 7-mile-an-hour wind. And you can't tell from your screen, but Andrea and Irina are hitting downwind to Lee and Anna Lee.
Wind definitely plays a bit of a factor when you're playing outside, that is for sure. Great job keeping these dinks low. Good patience. What?
Oh!
Wow.
There's an example of the great defensive skills that we talked about.
Absolutely. I mean, and not just one, but I mean, 4 shots at least Annalie just got back that, you know, I couldn't even hope to get a paddle on.
And I'll tell you,
she just makes it look so easy.
Andrea Koop generates a tremendous amount of pace off that two-handed backhand. In fact, we are witnessing 4 of the best two-handed backhands we have in the entire women's game. Irina, Andrea, Lee, and Annalie all exemplify terrific two-handed backhands.
Absolutely, they just crush those.
412, Robert Inslee versus Louis Charles Amiat on 412, referee Carla Walker. That's Inslee
Oh, it dribbles over.
Amiat on 412.
Oh, that came down.
Just on that back baseline there.
Along with Eddy, Webby, and live with Lauren.
That's
This is
right.
Dave the Badger Weinbach bringing you this live action here from Belknap Park in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yes.
Absolutely. It has been a weekend jam-packed of some amazing games in action.
And it's been great to have Eddy and Webby bringing you so much live action. Folks that are watching this, please go on your computer or your phone and share, and like, so many people can enjoy this great pickleball content. And a special shout out to our producer / director and IT coordinator, Carl Schmidt, who has worked tirelessly to make this happen.
Absolutely.
Working with Carl is quite a pleasure.
Yeah, and this has truly been an honor for Eddie and myself to be here. This whole weekend has been incredible.
Great to have you guys, part of this pickleball scene. It's really one big family, and as you guys travel around the circuit more and get to be around more of us and more of the tour, you are gonna get even more addicted than you already are.
if that's
it's even
possible, yeah.
Speaking of that two-handed backhand, Dave, watching as someone, that's a lower level player, watching these ladies do that, I have definitely, in some drilling sessions and rec play, attempted that two-handed backhand because it's such a weapon to have in your arsenal in the game, and it is not as easy as these ladies make it look. I'll tell you right now, I had no control.
Well, the benefit that these ladies all have, Lauren, is they come from a tennis background, and they all had two-handers in tennis. Lee played her college tennis, by the way, at South Carolina. She's a Gamecock.
Okay.
And then she went to law school up in Pennsylvania. She was telling me over dinner last night. And
Andrea Koop also
is a lawyer. Yep, here in Michigan.
Got a lot of legal power on this court as well today. Nice shot there by
Lots of
said
deliberation
Andrea.
over line calls then, right?
That is true. I mean, if there is a discrepancy,
And Judge Marcia is here
exactly
to make decisions. I don't see a gavel. Where's Marcia's gavel?
pretty sure the crowd would be the jury.
Yes.
Yeah, if it
We
wasn't
got
for
a
Andrea,
whole courtroom set up
if it
here.
wasn't for Andrea Koop and the other tournament directors here at the Beer City Open, we wouldn't even have such a great event going on right now. So that's
Absolutely.
another,
Such a
another
fantastic
amazing thing that
weekend
she's
put
part
together.
Ooh, that third really sailed high to Annalise's forehand.
Wow.
Oh, what a get, Andrea.
Where is that two-handed backhand?
Oh, my.
Wow. Oh, man.
I'm even going to clap for that.
Yeah.
Man.
That's incredible pickleball. Players showcasing just
7-8-2.
tremendous hands.
Oh, nice try there.
Eddy and Webby, what has been the one or two big surprises that you've experienced this week here coming to the Beer City Open in Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Oh, man, where do we begin?
I mean, I'm surprised we got so many points when we played against Cal Yates.
Yeah, that's a biggie right there. Yeah, we were
a win
both
right
going to be
there.
happy if we got 1 point. We ended up with 4 points.
Yeah.
Even though it took 2 games to do that, I don't care. I'm happy
You
with
basically won. You basically
Exactly.
won. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
We basically crushed him is what happened. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
that. Yeah, if you go by our goal, we won 4 times over.
Exactly.
I love it. I know he enjoyed it.
Does not
Just
get
love being part of the
roll she
family,
wanted.
Dave. Honestly, this has been great.
We love you too.
Oh, let's all hug.
You guys coming to Chicago next week, or what's the next tournament you guys plan to be at?
Oh, well, we're not going to be in Chicago, but
Well, we'll miss you.
yeah, Carl's there. You know,
Whoa.
he'll be crushing it as well.
Of course, Carl's there. Carl's everywhere.
I personally will be at. Oh, there we go. Wait a second.
Oh, she almost dug that out too.
Wow.
Man.
Actually, not too far from here in Canadian Lakes, Michigan. There's a tournament going on in a couple weeks that I'll be part
Oh,
of.
fantastic.
A special shout out to Marcia Fresso, one of the top referees we have in this entire game, and fortunately she's on this match. I don't expect any issues from that standpoint.
Oh, no. I hate to see that.
A very rare occurrence there.
That's Roy and Evelyn
that's a ball that I think Lee has to capture that ball. It's high to her forehand. Even though Anna Lee has a tremendous backhand, we really like to let the forehands take the middle. And Lee usually will take that ball.
Oh man.
Oh, that's going to
Nice.
sail wide.
A little bit of wind maybe played a factor
Yeah,
in that
that
one
ball.
for sure.
I think
Bounced
Andrea
a very
was.
weird direction.
I think Andrea was surprised that ball came over.
Yeah.
I think into the wind, Andrea thought that ball was going to come back on Lee's side of the court.
Rogers versus Koval. Court 6.
Oh, great two-handed backhand by Lee Waters. Speaking of tournaments, Eddy and Webby, I would be honored to have you guys come to my first tournament. It's going to be the Sharing the Pickleball Love tournament in Surprise, Arizona, the weekend of December 14th. Carl's going to be out there. Carl Smith's going to be out there, and we'd love to have you guys. I know Lauren's coming, and we'd love to have you guys.
Appreciate that
Dave
invite.
is
Yeah,
sponsoring me, flying me out, putting me up. So I appreciate that, Dave Weinbach. That was very generous. Very
Lauren,
generous.
that
here
was
in his
between
first
you and me,
tournament.
Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is
I'm
a
sorry, that
public.
wasn't-
This is a public.
Sorry.
I love it.
3-5. Thad Lovers. Andrew Christopoulos.
That is in December, right, Dave?
December 14th, 15th at beautiful Sun City Grand. 22 dedicated pickleball courts,
Oh, nice.
including a center
Sounds
court
beautiful.
with bleachers around it. One of the best facilities I've ever played pickleball in, and I really wanted my first tournament that I was going to host to be there, my personal home of pickleball, where I discovered the game.
Oh, perfect.
That is
That
fantastic.
sounds
Bringing
awesome.
it full circle.
Yep, $15,000 in prize money, and registration is opening actually July 20th. So, would love to have people in there. It's going to fill up pretty quick. We're only taking 10 teams per event.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
It does sound like a fun time.
I think in reference to that ball that went by in the middle between Lee and Annalie, Dave Jackson Lindquist commented, "You gotta want the middle, right, Dave?"
Jackson knows that's one of my phrases, and I say to players,
want it.
"You gotta want it middle." Jackson knows all of my
The
phrases.
Badger isms.
Good to have you back on the court soon. I hope, Jackson, after your successful surgery, my friend.
Jackson just had some open heart surgery, so we are sending him all the pickleball love this weekend. Oh, nice get by Irina.
Good get, exactly. I think that surprised her. She caught up to it with her forehand. Really good rally here.
Just out. Just wide.
And a fist pump by Lee Waters. She knows how important that point was.
Oh, yeah.
The breeze freshening a little bit here, Eddy and Webby. I'm
Yeah.
hearing from the truck that it has now increased to a 12-mile-an-hour wind.
I like it.
Thanks,
I like
truck.
it. Yes.
We got a timeout here. Eddie, you got some info to share with us during this timeout?
Well, it is 9-9, and we do have a timeout. And guess what else we have?
What else do we have?
Amazing sponsors. And I want to talk about a
do.
few of those amazing sponsors
Tell me
here.
about them, Eddie.
Here are the gold Tier 2 sponsors for this event. We have Head Pickleball. Head is proud to be a major sponsor of the official footwear for the 2019 Beer City Open. Visit their booth in the vendor area. We have Birch Lodge, which I heard a few pickleball players went to last night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Birch Lodge, Grand Rapids' favorite neighborhood bar and restaurant. Check your player gift bag for a 20% off coupon. Thanks to John and CJ Germstead for your support.
Yes, they are
As,
the best.
as I look back and see John back there pointing at me, giving me the thumbs up. 20% off coupon. I'm definitely going to try and go there tonight after these matches and,
Oh, yeah.
and utilize that for
For
sure.
sure.
Definitely.
Yes. And Onyx Pickleball. Onyx Pickleball offers the full lineup of paddles, balls, and accessories for everyone from beginner to advanced players, including the Duraball, the official ball of the Beer City Open. We're back in action now.
It is 9-9. This whole match, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a battle.
That's what we're hoping for.
Wow.
You know what, Dave? A lot of times I hear you say issues, right? But a lot of times when you say issues and the Waters are playing, they're solvable issues. Because they seem to get a lot of those issues back into play.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We talked about the defensive abilities, really, of all these players, Eddy and Webby, and they turn issues into opportunities.
Yeah, I like that.
Just wide there by Andrea.
By the way, folks, this is game one here of the bronze medal match. waiting in the wings, who have come through this bracket unscathed all day, is Simone Hardin and Corinne Carr, who took the winner's bracket final 11-5, 11-3 over Irina and Andrea. So the winner of this will advance to the gold medal match to take them on, which will prove to be an epic final. Can't wait for that one.
It is 10-10-1 right now, I think.
Wow, what a first game here.
Do I have that wrong?
I thought that's what Marcia just said. Not positive, though.
I'd go with her over Mandy Day.
Right?
Oh, that just sailed
Just
long.
sailed,
Dave, I'm sorry, that was Simone who? I didn't catch that one more time.
Hardin.
Oh yes, that sounds right. Oh,
What a poach.
She really anticipated that ball really well, coming off from Lee, coming down the line with that backhand dink.
It's really the first time in this game even we've seen like a real good poach like that happen. Most of the points have been great volleys and rallies, but haven't seen any Ernies yet either, which of course all these ladies are.
Oh, she set that up so well.
That is unfortunate.
Folks, you see how Andrea was all the way up that line and leaning forward? That's a good lesson. We really try to teach folks to not only be up at that line, but be leaning in so you can capture that ball at its highest point. We call it the apex. So that gives you a better angle of attack on your opponent to get the ball down.
This is 11-10-2 right now. Oh no, that was going to be game point there for Irina and Andrea, but now giving Lee and Anna Lee a shot. It's going to be 10-11-1.
Oh, terrific backhand volley by Irina.
Wow.
You see the depth she got on that volley, folks? This is a real key in pickleball. When you can get that ball into the back third of the court like that, it makes your opponent's next shot so much more difficult. Oh, that's just going to be wide.
Wow, that looked real close.
Andrea looking at Marcia for a potential overrule, and Marcia said that ball was out.
It's going to be 11-11.
Another great volley by Irina.
Ooh,
Look at the depth.
That was long. Ah.
I think the wind was not her friend there. When that left her paddle, she for sure thought that ball was in.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dig by Lee! And there it is!
Oh, that is wow. Andrea and Irina were on game point there, couldn't quite close it, and all Lee and Anna Lee needed was just that little door open opportunity, and they just came back and
there
got
you
that
have
game
it.
one.
Anna Lee and Lee take game one. These players will switch sides, and we will move on to game two. And is it time to thank some more of our sponsors?
We should thank some of our sponsors. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys we are live from the 2019 Beer City Open here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Belknap Park, one of my favorite places to play pickleball at. And this tournament has been absolutely amazing. Here's what we want to do, guys. We want to get as many people as possible watching these live streams because, first of all, it's great content, but second of all, because we want to continue to grow the sport of pickleball. And how do we do that? We get people watching these amazing matches, seeing the talent that's out there. And the only way we can do that is through you. So share, share, share. We're going to be having some prize giveaways in the next couple matches that we're going to be streaming as well. The only way to qualify for these prizes is for you to share these on Facebook. So get in the habit of sharing them. Share them with everybody that you know, and let's get that viewer count up. Right now, we're at 134 consecutive viewers on Facebook, which is very good, but we can do better.
We could definitely do better than that.
We can do it.
Absolutely. And
You can do it, people.
That's right. Only you can.
You.
Yes.
Prevent.
That's
for,
right.
No,
Oh.
that's not what we're going for.
Yeah. We want you. Yeah.
It's Byron. He's keeping an eye on his wife
That's
there, making
right.
sure she's doing a good job reffing. He might step in if he needs to, make any extra calls.
Yeah.
Also, ref extraordinaire.
We have a minute. Do you guys want to talk about anything going on in your worlds over there?
Well, let's talk about maybe some adjustments that these teams might make.
Let's do that.
As we move on. I think what you're going to see from Andrea and Irina's standpoint is their focus in this game is going to be try to keep those dinks down and unattackable. You know, in this game, you always want to force your opponent to have to lift the ball. I want to be the team that hits the ball on the descending track. Try to make your opponent have to lift, because Annalie and Lee sometimes will lose a little bit of patience, and they'll try to drive that ball that's down low. And if they do that, that gives them more time to react to it. And if they have to drive it from down low, they have to obviously lift the ball way over the net.
Right.
And
Just
that gives
like
me
that.
a better angle of attack.
Just like that.
Right,
Just
I think
Dave,
they
how
heard
many
me.
times? How many times are
They
you
heard
explaining
you.
something
Yeah,
and they're
definitely.
like, let me demonstrate
I am-
what Dave Weinbach is talking about.
I am
I'm
charging
gonna do it
them
right
double
now.
for my consulting fees going forward.
Gib, I see you. I saw them. Unacceptable.
How do we get in on this Dave Weinbach consulting service? That's my game could use a lot of that.
You
I'm
got
not
to
gonna
be in
tell
one
you
of
what-
these metal matches, and then you just like hear him in your brain as he's talking.
Lauren has spent a lot of time with me in Wisconsin, so she is living that consulting services vicariously.
It's true. I'm getting it by osmosis.
Oh,
Wow.
look at
man.
this. It's a slugfest.
Yeah.
And Dave, do you almost think Andrea was a little out of position for that? And that's what happened there, as she
Yeah.
was off that kitchen line probably a couple feet.
You know, her first ball that she drove, she was at the kitchen line, and then she ended up 3 feet back somehow. And, you know, I
wow.
really teach against that, Lauren, as you know, because when you back up like that, yes, it does give you a little more time to react to the ball, but it also gives your opponent more time to react to your next shot. And the other thing that's detrimental to that is it allows your opponent to get the ball down at your feet,
Yep.
and it opens up angles. And when you're back further like that, you have a harder angle of attacking your next shot. So I
Unbelievable
really
shot.
teach people to try to stay at that line and
Absolutely.
hold your ground.
Yep. It's just a wiffle ball. Even if you get hit, you've gotten hit many a times,
Many a
Dave. It's
time.
fine, right? You're still here. You're good.
Why do you think my nose is so big and crooked?
All those throat bombs.
All right, this is what I thought we'd see a little bit more of here from Irina and Andrea. Let's see how this type of point plays out. And that's an unforced error by Irina, a very rare backhand dink in the net. Usually she is very solid on those. I would probably give a slight edge to Andrea and Irina on the dinking game. If we're just looking at points that go on long in dinking rallies, I'd give them a very slight edge. Although that's the area that I think Annalie and Lee have improved the most in their game.
Oh, wow. That was a great point. That was a long one.
See, that's a ball that was down low at Lee's left ankle, and I really would like to see her try to block that ball back into the kitchen of her opponent, so then they can be in a situation where they can attack the next shot. Oh, I thought Annalie could have taken that ball out of the air and attacked that forehand. For some reason, she went backwards on that ball. I thought if she was at that line leaning in, she had a very attackable forehand right there.
Virgil Sophian on court number 15. If there's no referee, please come to the desk to pick up.
Well, next week I'm heading to the Chicago Open, boys. We got the inaugural Chicago Open, a big money tournament, very similar prize pool than what we're having this week here at the Beer City. And going to have some fun playing some men's with some guy named Yates.
Some guy named Yates.
I've never heard of
Who?
him. He's only won a few tournaments in his time.
Who?
And then I get to play mixed with Lee Waters, so it's going to be shaping up to be a really special week for me.
Well, that Yates guy is quite the up-and-comer. He actually defeated Eddie and I the other day, so I think
Yeah.
he's going to make a name for himself.
I think he's young and has a lot to learn, but we'll see how
Who knows? One day he might have a paddle with his name on it. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Only the 4-time back-to-back U.S. Open champion. That's all he's done, not to mention about 96 other gold medals in his life. For sure, future Hall of Famer Kyle
yeah.
Yates.
One.
Who
Absolutely.
are we talking about? Kyle?
Yeah.
Who's this? Yates? Is that no? It does not sound familiar. Did we already talk about all his credentials?
We did. We're moving. We're moving
I'm
on.
sorry,
We're,
I'm sorry.
We're back to the
I missed
tournament.
it.
Here.
I missed it.
We're back to this match. Oh, and she got it.
Wow, great.
Once you hit a good drop throw in the kitchen, you got to get to the kitchen line. Oh, What a point. Folks, when you get into a defensive scenario like that, once you hit a good drop in the kitchen, we need to close back up to the kitchen line so we're in a better position to win the rally.
Yep.
Oh.
Just a reminder, folks, Lee and Annalie are now playing downwind to Irina and Andrea.
So considering their style of play, is that an advantage, disadvantage?
I actually think it's an advantage for Lee and Annalie because one of the things that they really like to do is take time away from their opponent. And when you're downwind, it comes even faster. So it's going to be more effective in taking time away. A phrase I use a lot in my clinics is I always want to take time away from your opponent. I want the ball coming back to them faster than they think it's coming.
Well, there you hear it.
We have a little timeout here.
We do have a timeout. You know what else we have?
Sponsors?
Awesome sponsors.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about CPR, Center for Physical Rehabilitation. They are a Gold Tier 2 sponsor. CPR, Center for Physical Rehabilitation. Choice, experience, compassion. BCO Tournament Committee thanks you for your support and care for our athletes. We have a Silver Tier 3 sponsor, Bosch Kilman Vanderwall. BKV is a full-service law firm with 11 attorneys assisting clients throughout West Michigan and the Lake Shore. And if you guys are just joining us, we are live from the 2019 Beer City Open here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Belknap Park. What do you guys think of Belknap Park?
This place is fantastic.
You know, I was talking to Andrea and Paul yesterday about the improvements in Belknap Park. You know, last year we didn't have the infrastructure here. We didn't have the shadows or the shade structures that you're seeing now. There were a few issues with the restrooms, and to their credit, they have put a lot of time and resources and money into this park. And I'm told that the next plan is to get more courts here at Belknap Park. So look out next year, folks. We might have a 20 dedicated pickleball court facility here next year for the Beer City Open.
Awesome.
I mean, with the demand that, you know, we're seeing in the increase in pickleball, especially in the Grand Rapids area, and for how much people are loving this tournament, they're going to have to build more courts. It's just the only way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We got a cracked ball here, folks. So Arena thought that ball was cracked, but they concluded that it is not. So we are going to play on with Annalie serving to Irina Tereschenko downwind here in game 2.
Ooh.
Let's see if she can drop one of these in kitchen and move forward. Oh, great job. Oh, what a get.
Whoa, no. Unfortunate there.
Unlucky. Andrea apologizing right away for that net court.
It's going to be a side out. It's going to be 2-5 here.
Don Levax versus Jeff Trimble on court number 2. There's the ref. He's come to pick up your scorecard. Singles, 4.0.
Yeah, that's the game that I think that Irina and Andrea need to get into with the Waters ladies to give them a better chance of capturing this game 2 to force a game 3 here in this bronze medal match on Women's Pro Doubles Day. Again, the winner will advance into the gold medal match where Simone Hadin and Corinne Carr are waiting in the wings.
Gary Hersberg versus Peter Colvin. Referee for this
Wow,
match.
nice job by Irina resetting that one.
Just terrific hands by all these players. Oh, what a shot. And inside out forehand down the line for a winner. Terrific shot by Irina. Hey guys, how about the crowds all week taking in all this great play?
Every day. I mean, when we got here on Thursday to do
Tons of
the
people.
match against Kyle, the stands were jam-packed. It was crazy.
It's been full ever since. And the energy in this place is unbelievable, too.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Anna Lee held that
Oh, my
one.
gosh. Fantastic job by Andrea.
That all started with Annalise Dink that was about a foot too high and became extremely attackable.
I have been streaming this weekend also, of course, on Pro Pickleball,
Yes.
just like we are right now. And I gotta tell you, sometimes it has been hard to get in there with the crowds that we have had
Oh,
this
I'm
weekend.
sure.
Sort of like, excuse me, we got people that want to watch us, they're not able to be here. There have been so many people, at least 100 people watching this match right now.
I got some behind-the-scenes footage of you doing your thing, too, for a couple matches.
Yes.
So keep a lookout for that in a future upcoming video.
Sounds great. Do love your guys' highlight videos, tournaments you guys are at.
Well, thank you.
Do a great job.
What a terrific rally, folks, we're seeing right here.
This is starting great.
Really great patience.
I
See
think
who runs out of it first.
Yep.
It was Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea ran out of patience first.
I didn't want to point the finger, but there you go. You said it.
yeah, she gave Lee a high forehand there. And when you do that to these players, you are going to have issues.
4.5, 19 plus to 50 plus. Tammy Davis.
It's 5-5 here.
Versus Ian Evans.
I think this is going to be another game 2, taking it right to the wire.
What a great return we saw it right there from Irina. See, folks, how the depth she got on that return. If you can do that, that makes your opponent's third shot so much more difficult.
Absolutely. Oh, I knew the second I saw that shot, I knew Lee was attacking that one. Because even though Andrea managed to keep it close to the net, it was so high coming over that the bounce off of it gave Lee just the opportunity she wanted to get a hold of that one.
And that's one of Lee's favorite shots, if not her favorite, is that two-handed roll backhand down the middle. She can go down the line with it as well, but she loves to roll that across her body down the middle. Very effective shot, and she rarely misses it long because she gets some topspin on the ball.
Yep.
Oh, Andrea very upset at herself with that one. Andrea's really, really improved her third shot drop in the last year or so. That was an area that when she first started, she really struggled with that. She was trying to drive a lot of her thirds, and she's worked so hard, and now she's one of the best women in the country on that shot.
Reset by Irina.
50 plus Brad Overbeek versus Kenneth Adkins on court number 12. There's no referee for this match. Gentlemen.
Oh, what a great attack by Andrea.
Nice
Did you
job.
guys see how she was all the way up the line, leaning so far forward, and she was
Yeah.
able to capture that ball at its highest point and put a lot of pressure on her opponent with that attack shot.
Does that also give you the ability to take time away from your opponent as well, being that far out?
Exactly.
Okay.
Women's doubles.
It also allows you, when you lean in like that, you're better able to cut off angles.
Absolutely. Karen Williams commented, do any women's doubles tennis stack? I have not seen anyone stacking in tennis.
No,
I
we
think
don't
that
see
is a
them.
strictly pickleball situation, to my knowledge.
Great ball there by Lee Waters. Do you see how she got that ball down? She could have hit it harder,
Yep.
but that's a good lesson for folks watching this. The important thing on that shot is location, not the pace, the location.
Right.
Placement over power, right?
Exactly.
We've had a couple comments on here, Dave, saying that people are loving your tips. So if you see them, please keep sharing.
Who doesn't love a Dave Weinbach tip?
I agree.
I'll fight them. Who is it?
Fight them.
Happy to help, folks. You know, it's a big passion of mine, teaching this great game and getting people playing pickleball the right way, because when you get nice points and long rallies, it's so much more fun for everybody.
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
so it's a love of mine and a passion of mine, and that's why I call my tour the Sharing the Pickleball Love Tour, because that's really how I feel.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
All about the love.
Tournament desk, please. Bob Trout to the tournament desk.
It is 7-7 here. Again, we are just, it is point for point with these two teams.
Into the wind, that ball went forever. You know, folks, when you slice the ball or cut the ball, the wind doesn't affect it as much. It kind of goes through the wind. Whereas if you hit a roll with some topspin, the wind will hit it more. And Irina sliced that backhand hard, and the wind didn't really touch it. It went forever. Yeah, this is the game that I think Andrea and Irina need to try to get into more. Lee loves that
pull away a
backhand
little.
slice, though. I would probably advise them to dink it a little more down the middle. That brings me another issue here. I think that the middle, guys, is very underutilized in this game of pickleball. Everybody wants to go on these crazy angles all the time. And folks that are watching this, I would highly recommend you utilize the middle in this game. Number one, it creates confusion with people. Number two, you're going over the lowest part of the net. And number three, it doesn't give your opponent great angles for their next shot. So, folks, utilize the middle.
Yeah, that is a
So
great
true.
tip. Great point.
Even earlier today, as I was playing, 100%, sometimes I was going for angled shots, going wide out of the court because you're just trying to do too much sometimes.
And when you do that, Lauren,
You don't-
it gives your
you don't
opponent
need to do it.
an angle to go around the post.
Absolutely.
Wow, great play. Little camera bump there.
Oh, we got a timeout here called as well.
1 minute timeout. Very well needed for all players in that court, I'm sure, because it is 85 degrees and very sunny here.
Probably feels a little warmer on the court there too.
Oh yes, I'm
Just
sure.
moving around like these ladies are doing.
Especially a lot of these Michiganders, they're not used to this kind of weather.
That's not true.
No?
I'm a Michigander.
Okay.
I mean, I don't love it, but like we have summers here too.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not perpetual winter in Michigan.
Yeah, there's
Right.
there's
Look at
6
this
weeks
weekend.
of summer. It's
Absolutely
great.
fantastic.
Yes.
Weather all around.
This weekend has been great. You know what else is great?
What's that?
Tell me, Eddie.
How cheesy our sponsor lead-ins are. But let's talk about Engage
love it.
Pickleball. They are a Silver Tier 3 sponsor. Engage, believe, and perform. A Florida-based manufacturer of paddles and balls known for their precision and power. Visit their booth in the vendor area. I can't talk.
The booth?
The booth in the
booth?
vendor area. Let's get back to action.
Speaking of sponsors, I think all 4 of our ladies on the court today are Paddle Tech ladies.
This is a Paddle Tech
That
heavy
is
match.
true. It's a Paddle Tech final, one of our core sponsors in this tournament.
Absolutely. Paddle Tech, one of our platinum tier sponsors.
By the way, guys, waiting in the wings in our next match is the men's pro singles final, which will feature Ben Johns taking on Tyson McGuffin. So, folks, don't go away after
That's
this
right.
match. You got a special
Absolutely,
treat
so much
coming
left.
Oh,
Ben
yeah.
Johns, of course, besting his brother Colin
in a
3
war.
games.
A war. I think it was 11-8 in the third.
That was definitely a battle.
Great
Ah,
shot by
nice try
Andrea there. Jammed Anna Lee. Terrific, smart play.
Dean commenting it's 104 degrees in Lake Havasu today in Arizona, so fine, Dean, you win. Jeez.
You can have that, Dean.
That's why you'll never find me in that state between June 1st and September 30th.
Exactly. But of course, your tournament, Dave, in Arizona, December, the perfect time of year to be in Arizona. Catches the net.
Wow, look at the defense. What? Oh, it dribbles over.
Oh, man.
You hate to see a
Wow.
point, such a great point end like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is 9-9-2. Nobody making it easy on the other team to finish this game, that is for sure.
Another example of how Lee got all the way up to the line and was really leaning forward to capture that forehand at the highest apex and gave her a great angle of attack.
We got a timeout here after that one.
10-9. Timeout.
What does that mean, Eddie? What does that mean?
That means we are going to talk about our sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Gamma Pickleball. Gamma Pickleball, discover the world's most innovative pickleball equipment. Temper Sports. Liberate your game with a high-performance shape. Visit the Temper booth in the vendor area. What did you guys have for lunch today?
I had some Jimmy John's.
You
I don't know
did?
about you.
I had 3 Jimmy Johns,
3.
including
Dave.
an unwitch.
Oh,
Were
well,
they
hey.
were they freaky fast?
Oh,
They were
amazing.
like already waiting for me.
We called. By the
when I
time we
went.
hung up, they were here.
It's,
right.
it's
It was
really magic.
unbelievable.
It's a magic situation, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they're freaky fast, so your sandwich arrives freaky fresh. You can actually order your sandwiches from Jimmy John's right here in the beer garden. And you should.
And don't forget, Perrin Brewing is on site.
Yes, they are.
And
Grab a
For the
cold brew.
experience.
Been really enjoying some of their hard ciders this week, guys.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, we are back here, Eddy and Webby.
Nine, 10.
Oh, she surprised her, and Andrea got the paddle up.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's too good.
I mean, I very selfishly sort of am hoping for a game 3 because this is just so good. You want more. You want more.
And so entertaining. I mean, you think about it, there really haven't been many freebies in this game. All the
No.
points really have had to be earned.
Absolutely.
Look at the two-handed backhands, guys. Oh, Andrea, get in there.
A nice
Oh.
slice reset by Lee.
Oh, Andrea.
Irina backing up to get that one.
Let's see who is the first.
Oh, look, Anna Lee backed up so far. She gave that to Irina, put that right at her feet. There was no way she was getting that back.
You know, I think when
She
Anna,
just held her ground.
you know, I've talked to Anna Lee and actually Kyle Yates, who works with them, about that exact issue. And I think that's going to be something that they're going to really work on in their game, Anna Lee and Lee, about trying to hold their ground at that kitchen line. Because what happens when you back up from the kitchen line, even if it's just 2 or 3 steps, what happens, number 1, is it opens up angles. Number 2 is it allows your opponent to get the ball down at their feet. And number 3, it makes your next shot a little more tough because you don't have that descending angle as much. And I think Anna Lee and Lee, as they keep growing their pickleball careers, will really work on that, and is an area that they can improve tremendously.
Absolutely. That is going to make it 11-10. This is match
Point.
point for Lee and Anna Lee Waters. Let's see if they can get the job done.
Oh, she went for it in one swing of the bat. You know, when you get a return like that might be short, but it's really low, that is not a ball that I recommend driving. It has to be short and, about net high or higher. That's when I want people to drive the ball. If it's down by your ankle, and there it is!
Set that up perfectly to put that away.
And that will propel them into the gold medal match where they'll take on Simone and Corinne, who are waiting. And that they're going to have a little bit of wait now because I'm hearing that they are going to call the men's pro singles match
Absolutely.
next here on center court number 5 at Belknap Park in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan.
That's right.
The amazing matches just keep on coming.
Yes.
Streaming all day on Pro Pickleball.
That's right.
We'll have that match as well. But Dave, I meant to ask you actually about that match now that we're done. So the style of play, when you get into those crazy volleys that are just going so fast, do you feel a lot of times in those points that balls that are going out end up getting saved because there's just the pace is so fast, they can't. It's just like you got to keep staying on the ball.
A lot of out balls.
You don't have time to consider if they're going out.
A lot of those out balls end up getting hit because the player is so locked and loaded on the ball. The brain cannot handle, 15 things thinking at the same time, and they're so locked and loaded on hitting that punch volley that a lot of times we hit balls that are going out.
Absolutely, because I'll watch some of these points and I'm just like, that was out, that was out, that was going out, that was going out. But it's going so fast, you just can't. There's no time. It's almost you got to stay on top of it because you don't have the luxury of waiting to see if it's going out because you got to stay on top of it.
Yep, absolutely. That's a good point.
Well, we've seen some incredible play here so far, and
Yes,
that's not it, guys. We have more matches coming up.
Absolutely. Stay tuned.
That's right. Stay tuned. As David mentioned, up next we're going to have the men's singles pro, which is going to be Ben Johns and Tyson McGuffin. Very excited about that. Guys, as we mentioned before, Our goal today is literally to break Facebook. And how do we do that? By getting a ton of views. How do we do that, Webby?
We do that by sharing. If you share the video to as many people as you can, that's a great way to do it.
That's right. What else happens when you share the Pro Pickleball videos coming up?
You know what? On the next match, if you share it,
Swag?
You are in the running for an amazing prize.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Everybody loves them some swag.
to find out what that prize is, tune into the next match.
That's right. You know yesterday what we gave away?
What did we give away?
What was
I
it?
forget.
We gave away a Badger paddle that was signed by the Badger himself, Dave Weinbach.
By this guy right here.
What?
Yep.
And Matt, who won that, sent me a private message thanking me and thanking you guys for
Nice.
the opportunity for him to get that. So you guys made his day.
That's
Very
great.
nice.
Did you know that when you get a signed Dave Weinbach paddle, the USAPA automatically bumps you up 0.5? So that's just beware. If you get it, like you're going up the next division.
Well, I
Just
love
beware.
Well, thank you guys for having me. That was a real joy.
Me
and
as well.
let's
Thank
do it
you.
again soon.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
thanks
guys.
for being
Thank
here.
you so much. This has been awesome, guys. We are going to have more action coming for you, so please do not go anywhere. Stick around, and this is the 2019 Beer City Open. We are live, and we are going to be coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
See ya.
Bye.